Hello.
Hey everybody.
All right, so there were some technical difficulties there. One of the tables is probably going to be a bit later than usual, so we have a bit of dead time to fill. How about we first off introduce yourself? I am Nob, but most of you people might know me better as Heki. Uh, I'm a long-time lurker, and I very occasionally stream on my channel.
And I am Stratos. Don't really have too much in the way of like a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel. Been playing Mahjong about a year now and kind of just now getting in the foray of competitive play. So if I played you at the tables this weekend, hey, it was fun. But yeah, really excited to be here for top 32B and what looks to be a really, really stacked tournament.
I did see that you managed to get to top 64, which would have been a bit awkward if you managed to go quite far, if you had to commentate as well.
Right. I was mentioning that in the general chat. I was like, I have an impasse here because I want to play in top 32, but I also want to commentate top 32, and then had a really, really bad game two in my top 64 block. So I was like, well, okay, that simplifies things.
um, okay, looks like we have two tables already online, but still have to wait apparently for one of them had the difficulties and one of them I don't know exactly what's going on there. In the meantime, I can also just say if you do enjoy the games that have been played so far and want to support both Whale and the players, you can go to the Matcherino right now and donate directly to the prize pool. Mm, what else am I supposed to say about it? Whale doesn't get any of the money that you donate, but it will show that there is support for the Whale Cup right now.
Yeah, it would be super appreciated. Go there, pump up the prize pool to hopefully make that top four payout just a lot spicier for the commentators or for the competitors rather. And
Yeah, we don't get a cut of
yeah, sorry.
from it, sadly.
Yeah, I
I,
wish.
I
Yeah.
I do see Will already picked a game for us. I don't remember which one he picked, but we'll see in a second. It was the game with Chocofowl and Cell and Morning. Man, these people should. Oh, and also Cress. Sorry, these people should really use their own names because it's a bit confusing.
So is Whale Cup player
Yeah.
Thursday here? Okay.
No.
Or
Will Cup player is Morning. Thursday is in a different table, but they're also
okay, right.
playing in the top 32. But yeah, first off, we have Cress's dealer here. Um, looking at quite a slow hand, doesn't look very exciting. Oh, the 8 man does help a lot with that. Uh, oh, I am hearing a lot of sound. 1 second.
Yeah, Chaco here maybe okay, picking up the one mon. I was thinking they might be going Honitsu with their hand. Maybe picking up their seat wind here if they can pull in that north.
Mm, Zell deciding not to go for the Yanmen does prefer to keep the Kanchan of the 6 and 8 man in his hand. Oh, because it was Furitan. Didn't like the Penchan before. So that's why he didn't accept the 2-3 pin that he
Yeah.
got eventually. Apart from
Now Ishansen with
them,
two door though.
yeah, it's a solid hand, but the Kanchan is gonna be a bit awkward to resolve here, especially
Right.
since even if you draw the 5 man, it will result into an Aryan man at best.
Big pickup for Chocofel though. Now having that Sanzo pair really could force this hand into a really, really huge Honitsu.
Yeah, but you They do need to get the right tiles for it. Hatsu's already once cut, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be a bit tougher to find. But the one so not exactly useful. You
Looks like there's Tenpai. Yep.
mhm.
Gonna slam it looking for that 4/7 soul weight.
I'll say they didn't manage to get the to resolve that Kanchan. Managed to draw that 5 man and the 8 man to make that a pair. Very interesting way to go about it. Oh, Cress also pushing forward. Probably going for Pin Fudora 1. Maybe
Ooh.
Getarichi.
There's a lot of pushing going on. Yeah. Now Chris
Yeah.
and Chocofowl both Ishan 10 and looking to fight back here.
Morning probably doesn't want to do too much with it, but they are going for Chitoy here. They are Ishanten. And that 8 pin looks like a very bold push.
There's Tenpai.
Yeah. Are they gonna reach it? It's Ipeiko Pinfu.
Oh,
They
they do
will.
reach it. Now
Oh,
on
and
the
there's a
same
North.
weight as the dealer. Yeah.
There's a North
Oh,
that
wow.
Chocofowl wants. But they already discarded a Hatsu. So, not sure if they would have taken it. But Morning probably thinking of I wanted to say they were probably thinking of going the Cheetoy with that, but they didn't want to go that way.
Yeah, certainly here is Chaco. You
Yeah.
are more than happy to.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Didn't get the Nura for the Hanuman. Unfortunate.
Yeah,
But
still
it's still
getting
a
that
dealer.
dealer Mongon. Yeah, that's a huge, huge start to this table.
Our Hyper also looking like it's a decent shape. If they get the right draws, it might turn into a callable hand, but it looks quite speedy enough even for Ricci.
Yeah, just a couple dangling tiles to kind of clean up here, but for sure, once you're kind of in this position, you're just happy to get any sort of hand across the board here. Just bleed out the table with that early lead.
It helps that the other tables don't look very fast from what I'm looking at here. Chocofowl
Yeah.
does have it looks like a 2 Shanten, 2 or 3 Shanten.
And now Cress with the East Pond for
Double
the
East.
2 Han there. Yeah, now just Ishan 10 for something really fast. He could Shi this, but that's a
Would
Tonki
be
weight.
Tanki.
Yeah,
They take
there it
it.
is.
It is unfortunate that if you do get a better weight, you will probably have to drop that Dora, so you basically half the value of your hand.
Right. It's the unfortunate part of going fast, but now having kind of a hell weight situation where the chances that that 5 is going to come out are pretty slim here.
We might see it come out from Morning, but I doubt that they would try to push that.
Yeah, and it's certainly not coming out of Zell's hand.
Well,
But
they
who knows?
are
Maybe we'll
pushing.
just get
Yep.
a back-to-back sumo.
But also Morning is pushing, trying to test the waters a bit. They are Ishanten here, but they are waiting on matching up either the 5-man or filling up that Kanchan on 5-pin.
Yeah, certainly if you draw the 5 pin here to fill out that Kanchan and have pin food, that 5 does look tasty to throw.
Yeah. The only problem is that you do have to be wary that there is still potential value left on the
But picks up
table.
a 4 here, so you could just cut the
Yeah.
4/6 Kanchan period. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Or,
starts with the 1-pin going, maybe going Tanyao in the future, although it does look very unlikely since you have to draw the 6-man to complete it.
Yeah.
complete the block. Draws the Dora. Doesn't look all too safe on the table from what I'm seeing. Despite it being twice cut. Pushes it
Has to
anyway.
cut it anyway. Choco now cleaning up that Kanchan, but still too far away from Tenpai.
Chocofowl is one away from Tenpai here.
Yeah, but the question is, do they cut the red 5 if something
They
happens?
don't even need to discard the red 5 if they... the only problem is if they draw the 6 pin, they would be Furry 10. But if they draw the 4 pin, they would have a pretty nice Ramen weight in the end. Oh, Cress denying the upgrade to an Ariam and commits to keeping the red 5 weight, but also just accepts the Furry 10.
Yeah, I guess we'll just take the Ryukyoku. A nice 3k payout.
Oh, this is an interesting hand to be dealt.
Yeah, it's like, well, this is one of those hands where you're gonna draw like one more pair and be like, well, Chitoy. Whale's favorite.
Yeah, it's basically me in ranked.
Yeah, not too much in the way of the other hands here at the table. I'll look a little bit slow. Chaco maybe with the next fastest one there.
Whale player also does look in a pretty decent shape. They might be going for Sanshoku, which is 2 away. And they also draw the 6 pin, which does upgrade their weight a little bit. Can now rely on the 7 pin, and they also have the 4-man in their hand, 4-man pair in their hand. So it's not a terrible shape. If they want to deny the dealer, they cheat, but they can't because it gets pawned from across the table. With that 2-pin pawn, however, I think the chances of getting Sanshoku here are pretty slim. So probably,
Yeah,
tosses the 1 pin there.
just gonna keep the Ryanmon there.
It's also a great pickup for them to get with that 5-man. No value was, no efficiency was really lost by cutting that early. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
picks
do
up
you
the
take...
Anko of the 1 pin here, but now what do you do?
They
Okay,
take
cutting
the
the 6
Anko,
pawn.
probably thinking of just turning this into a normal hand. 2 of the Souths are already out, so you... it is confirmed pair in this hand then. What about the 7 pin? There is one stuck in someone's hand, but apart from that, they could also just draw it. Oh, Chocofowl getting into Tenpai here. It's a 4-7 man. For 7-man weight. For Tanya Onomi. Just wants to get out of East 1. Ooh, draws the red 5.
Yeah,
Will they break
it's a
Tenpai for it?
shame. No.
It's
okay, drawing that Sanzo though. Now gaining a Dora and fixing up that Kanchan.
tosses the South instead of the 7 pin because probably thinks it's too late to cut the 7 pin at this point.
Yeah, and now the option to upgrade to the Ryanmen, but obviously you want to try and keep the Dora here, so
Yeah, you don't really have the speed anyway, even with the Roundman. So might as well go for a little bit extra value.
Yeah, that 1-2-2 Mon shape is just it's a little bit clunky.
Oh, there's a 6-pin. Can upgrade that to a Roundman if they draw an 8-pin somewhere, or a 5-pin even. Ooh, there's the 7 so that they would have completed their meld with if they kept this the 6
Yeah.
so.
But now I guess keeping it as a kind of like a Ryoncon shape.
Yeah, you don't need to toss the Furry-ten yet. There's
Right.
always chances that you can draw it again, but not if the round ends like that. Tanya Nomi for
Yeah.
Chocofowl. 2 Honda sticks, so that was a little bit more worth it than if they did it earlier.
Yeah, but overall a great dealership for Cress. I mean, you're happy to get in, get your wins, and get out there. Now it looks like Morning is starting off with that Yakuhai pair. It's the only Yakuhai pair on the table here.
Yeah, but apart from the Yakuhai pair, their hand looks kind of awful. They have 2 Ryanmen, which is okay, but the rest of the shapes are
Ooh.
just.
But drawing
Okay.
that 3P in there, yeah, cleaning up the 1-2
Oh.
penchant.
Oh, what a draw from Zell. Here you probably want to resolve the. I wanted to say the Pinzu shape because they're all isolated, but they decide to go for the Tanyo instead. And this is probably why you don't cut the Pinzu shape, because you read the wall and see that you get the 2-pin later on.
Yeah, now it's a much easier cut. Probably just chop the 8-pin later.
Yeah. If you take the San Menchan here, you do take the chance of losing Tanyao. But if you Ricci, it's probably worth it. But with the Ricci on the table, might change some things. They decide to just throw the safe tile right now. And seeing that there are currently 3 of the 7 Mon on the table, the 8th Mon has a chance of showing up later, maybe. If they want to push the hand a little bit more. Because there is still a lot of value to be had if they would Ricci this. Yeah, there's the 8 Mon. The other players, Chocofowl is just pushing ahead,
Ooh. Yeah,
waiting
on
on
the
the 3-stick.
3-6 mon there, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
Zell
going
is
for it.
also pushing. What are you gonna cut? It's probably the pair.
Yeah,
Yep,
cutting
it's
the
it's
2-pin
the
pair.
2-pin pair. So if Cell reaches Tenpai by getting either the 2 or the 5 soul, not that
Ooh.
it matters, it would have been it would have been the same weight as Chocofowl, but we see a Mangan from across the table instead. With a Ricci stick added to it, it's a pretty good chunk of change.
Yeah, finding that Ura to make it a Mongon for a pretty solid payout here. Chaco now needing to make up some lost ground here, but
Ooh,
Morning here
Zell.
finding the East. And
Zell
yeah,
has
Zell
2
has a spicy hand
dragons.
as well. Wow.
But yeah, the Morning got the second East a little bit too late. Couldn't manage to pawn the East that got discarded the turn before. Little unfortunate.
Yeah, it'll at least kind of serve as a pair for now, but
Yeah, you don't want to
shapes.
pair
Oh,
this.
will the white come out here? Okay, drops the 1 so for now.
Not yet. But if they do manage to pawn that East, these 2 dragons will probably come out. Although, if someone else pawns that white, that might hesitate someone to drop dragons. Although they would be safe at that point. Ooh.
Possible Ipeco chances here, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the shapes don't look amazing. They are not bad either. There's a Ryankan on the 579. And
Hmm.
they
The
draw the
3
third
here.
turn pin. It's a pretty wide shape to keep it like this. They could use the 3 pin as a pair, which is pretty decent. But you really want to draw that door right here. Or you just cheat and go Atazuke on the east.
Finds
There
it.
is the east. Probably drop the 3 pin here. Drops the Haku instead.
Really?
Yeah, this probably should ring some alarm bells on for the people on the table right now.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Chi though. And then
But
now
Morning
just
just pushes
Tankyo it on the
ahead.
9, so yeah, okay.
Although this is a
Oh,
manga,
wow. And there it is,
and
yeah.
they managed to get it.
Gets out of a really sticky situation and gets a decent 12K paycheck for it.
Morning deciding that no, they do not want to see that potential Daisanken play out. Ends it immediately there. And they get a pretty good draw for their high pie as well.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little bit of Yakuhai cleanup, but the shapes are looking pretty strong.
Apart from that, yeah, you have 2 Ramen pairs and another
And the
shape
Kanchan.
that, another shape that looks to be resolved. Apart from that, Chocofowl does have the Yakuhai pair in their hand, with some pretty good shapes for themselves as well. Oh, you can turn this into Ryankan. Probably just go for full efficiency at this point. Cress holding on to the dragon that Chocofowl is dearly needing, wanting to open up their hand.
Ooh, but the red 5 draw, now what? What do you do
You
here?
could turn this into a Tanyao if you want to, actually, or maybe even Chitoy. 4 pairs, but it seems like a bit of a waste to go Chitoy with this hand.
Yeah, I was almost wondering if you cut like a 2-mon or a 6-mon to just kind of lock in one of the Ryanmen shapes, but opting to just cut that one,
Oh,
so.
Zell managing to turn one of their guest wins into an Anko.
Yeah, it's an interesting looking hand, but yeah, it's like there's that like the dangling 2 and the dangling 3, so just
there
need to
is a
get
lot
resolved.
there is a lot of Ishanten potential here.
Right.
I mean Tenpai potential. They are Ishanten.
But yeah, now it looks like Morning is going for the Tanyao potential, redrawing into the 1-so here and just cutting both of those 9s.
Yeah, they probably just want to call this hand out. Try to go try to end it with just a Tanyao Dora 1. Ooh, draws the 7 man. I think I wanted to say
Will
I
this
think
be
you
a
want to
chi?
keep
Nope.
the Ryanmen pair, but they do not take it. Probably thinks the Kutsuki Ishanten is stronger. I personally wouldn't be able to tell from this quick, but they managed to draw into Tenpai anyway. Ricci on they have to Ricci, and they will wait on the 8-man 2-pin. Both of
Ooh.
which are once cut already. So
And
they were probably
now,
waiting on seeing how good it was.
yeah, now upgrading that Kanchan into a potential Ryanmen. But yeah, a little bit far away and a pretty dangerous draw here for Chaco.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you pawn this and just try to win this hand for yourself, I guess. Although it's just a Tanya Dora 1. Not sure if it's really worth it to push at this point.
yeah, I'm kind of curious what, I I guess the route
Especially
is
with
for
that
Choco
Dora
now
draw at
keeping
this
that.
point. Yeah. That 2-man was not exactly safe against Cell, which you should probably be looking out against for the most. But they tried to just draw around the 4 so apparently. Crest drawing the 8-man that Zell needs. And Chocofowl getting his first call for his toy that he's looking for.
Ooh, but yeah, now Morning hanging on to that red dragon that Choco desperately needs to hit Tenpai here.
Is this Tenpai for Crest? This is Tenpai for Crest. They don't take it. Crest deciding this is not worth it to push and just folds. Well, on the 8 so.
Yeah, does he throw the tune here? Nope. Okay, just breaking up the sequence.
Apart from that, you don't really have that many safe tiles in your hand if you're Crest. 6-0 can come out at some point, but don't really have too much. But Zell just sumos for the Sananko.
Yeah, another Mangan. Wow.
Chocofowl in the negatives at this point.
Yeah, already in East 4, that's tough. But here's their
Yeah, but
dealership, right?
they have a
Yeah.
dealership, so they can just come back from this. And seeing
This
how they
game
played
doesn't look
yesterday,
that bad.
seeing how
This
they
is
played yesterday, they can definitely convert their dealerships. Yeah, Crest with the Anko of Easts. Apart from that, their shapes are just Kanchans and pairs. Which... Oh no, there is a Ryanman on the 2-3 man. So you probably want to just call out this hand, especially since you're in first. Decides to keep the red 5. Zell also looking quite good for themselves. They are Ishanten right now. Double Kutsuki Ishanten on the 3-so and the 6-pin. Kress deciding to open up their hand. Ishanten. Keeping on to the red 5, trying to get that 4-man somewhere. Wait, who's waiting on the 3-so?
Oh, I guess it's a Tonki weight. It's a Yaku's Tonki
Oh,
weight because they've got the
all right.
yeah, they've got the Anko of the 1-man there.
Will they reach this? Oh.
They don't believe in the Sanzo.
No, I was wondering if they would reach you on the east tile, despite
Oh
it
yeah,
not
yeah.
showing up. Oh, this is a better weight.
It's a wider
This is
weight,
a
yeah.
this is quite a wide weight, I think. It's Sanmenchan. No, not Sanmenchan because there's a 1-pin, but it's yeah, it's a 2, 3, 5, 6 weight on the Manzu.
Now Crest has kind of a minefield in their hand there to try and
Crest
resolve
deciding
that.
to just discard their Anko of Dora, Anko of Easts. It's the safest style in your hand right now. Although very unlikely to get to Tenpai with this hand though.
Yeah, interesting situation here for Chocofowl with those 2 west draws.
Yeah. You do. If you're Chocofowl, it's pretty hard to use these Wests, and you probably shouldn't trust the 5-so too much. So you should probably think about cutting these Dora, because you do have a pair in your hand. So the chances of dealing in are quite unlikely. Surprisingly, no Tsumo from Zell yet, despite their wide weight.
Oh, there's the Tumon. Keeps it.
Yeah, Morning has been folding for quite a bit, so didn't expect them to throw that 2-mana out. Draws another one. Yeah, Choco fell back into Ishanten, deciding to keep the West tiles. One-man cut was quite interesting since you didn't have Tempai. Was no real need to push, but apparently, if you call here, you do get Tempai.
Yeah.
And they managed to survive that, surprisingly.
Great last call. Keep on their dealership. And back to 0. It's all uphill from here.
Mm. Their Hypai is 2 Shanten, however, their shapes are not the best that I've ever seen. But depending on how the hand turns out, it could be a good Ricci Dora. However, they drop their pair of 1-pin. Not
Yeah.
exactly sure why.
Initially, I figured, you know, you want to lean on the 2-so, but now with the 3-so draw, it's unclear. Oh, but draws the Dora there to lock up that 7-8-9.
They were probably thinking about going Tanyao, but completing that 7-8-9 has probably thrown a spanner in their plans.
Yeah, I guess here you're just really hoping to draw something around that 6-so to be able to probably just chuck the 3 and wait for a Ryanmon and then a Ryankon. Should be done with the hand.
Personally, I'd probably be a bit distraught by the pair of 1-pin cuts. Because they would have been Ishanten if they kept it.
Right.
Morning, looking quite good for themselves. They can call the 7-pin, because the only call you want to make in that position is the 7-pin. Try to go for Tanya Dora 1, but probably not the best idea to just call this hand, since you have a lot of potential just to reach E on a pin foot. Even if you would draw the 5-pin here, I'd probably say you can just slam the Dora. It's a Sanmenchan Ricci. I don't know which one was stronger there, cutting the 5-so or the 8-so. I think the chances of getting a Sanshoki if you kept the 5-so there would have been a bit stronger.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I was like, why are they thinking on the 8-so keep?
Morning deciding to forgo the Samenchan shape and confirming their Tanyao. And Chocofowl currently in Ishanten with a Ryankan and a Kanchan. Ooh,
Hmm. Okay, yeah, just got
they decide to not take the countdown. Sadly, I always like to see a Ricci on interesting shapes like that.
now Crest drawing
Mm,
into Tenpai on the 4-so here, just sitting in Dama. No reason
yeah,
to push here.
I mean, it's a Tanya Dora too, 5200. It's a pretty decent chunk of change, uh, even if you're in first. Try to widen their lead a little bit. Ooh,
Hmm.
do
That's
you drop the
dangerous.
Forso here? It's very late into the game, but they do.
Oh, he does, yep.
And there it is. Yeah, Crest deciding to widen their lead a little bit and pushing Chocofowl back into the negatives.
But, I mean, how is that for a hand right after that? Just has the red dragon locked and loaded.
Yeah, but the shapes, apart from the red dragon, are not amazing, and you don't really have value in your hand except for that. So you're not even able to call for a faster hand there.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
At this point, you really want a Ricci, and even with a Ricci, you're not looking at the best hand ever. And also, Crest over here is Ishanten after 3 discards. Ooh, doesn't take the 9, so if you draw the 6 pin here, you have a very good chance that you might go Sanchoku. Ooh, Will Cup player over there, also looking very spicy. Currently Ishanten, waiting on a pair.
Yeah, drawing the red 5 here, so kind of lowering the Sanchoku chances, but you will always take that value.
Yeah, it's guaranteed 1 Han, as opposed to a potential 2 Han. And it's very unlikely that they won't be manage to get a Sanchoku with a 5-6-7.
Ooh,
Since
that
the
is
5 Han.
a scary looking hand forming over there. Finding the Anko of the 1 pin now.
Yeah, they are 1 away from a very interesting hand. Chocofowl reaching on the 2-5, so yeah, like I said, you don't. They do want to reach you at this point. However, it is a reach Chun, hoping for any Uradora. The 2-so unfortunately is almost dead, and the 5-so is basically dead. I don't see the 5-so coming out from anyone. Crest deciding that he wants to maintain his lead and just throws in the towel for this hand. If you were Zell, would you pawn any of the tiles that would give you Tenpai? It is still a Toy Dora 2 minimum. Potential San Nanko.
I think I would, but they are in top 32 and I am not, so it's one of those kind of situations where, you know, I see button and I click button if it gives me a 10 pi for a potential Mongon. Ooh,
Ooh, they
drawing
are
the
Tenpai here.
4. Oh,
Oh,
they're gonna
they
reach it.
reach it. 4-7. But the sumo
No.
from Whale Cup later.
Darn. A fake Mongon for another pretty chunky payout.
Yeah, everyone getting their payout except for Chocofowl.
Yeah.
Probably don't feel too good about that. Ooh, Zell looking interesting with the Yanko of the 9 pin and some extra shapes, 2 Penchan and a Yanmen.
Yeah, maybe if drawing around the 9 so here would kind of be like a you just go Chanta at that point. I don't know.
Yeah, you do also have Junchan here,
Oh, wait.
because the honors don't look very good in their hand. Ooh, 9 man. There is a very off chance that you go Sanshoku Doko here, which would be very nice to see, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we missed out on one of those earlier in like top 64A, I think.
Ah. Chris, hoping to go Honitsu, I'm guessing. That's why he keeps the honors in their hand. Yeah, and they call, so they're basically confirming that they will go Honitsu here.
Draws the
Ha!
4th 9 pin. Cons on the table.
They decide not to take it yet, but they aren't denying the con either. But yeah, it seems like Zell is looking to go for that Junchan. And they managed to draw one of the Penchan, so they are making progress. If another one man comes out from Cress, they probably should think about calling it.
Yeah, Chris, meanwhile, steamrolling towards Honitsu or potential Chinitsu.
Yeah, but
A little far away, yeah.
Chinitsu looks pretty far away, especially since you don't have any other different blocks except for the 789. And Honitsu also doesn't look very close either, since all those honors are.
There's the 789. Goes for the con.
You just drop the 4, so here. You just commit
Yeah.
to the Junchan.
But gains Adora in that 3-mon.
Oh, and there's another one man. Only 2 left for them to draw. Ooh. Do you take the Yanman with a Dora or the confirmed Junchan? It's not really confirmed since the Yanman. Okay, they make the 9-man their pair, which is fair. There are some chances that the 8-so might come out of Cress's hand. But seeing their honors, it might be best for them to just go for Chinitsu. Which makes it a bit harder. Ooh, they managed to get into Tempa for 7-so.
And Morning is hanging on to that 7-so in kind of a dangerous way here. Ishan 10.
Yeah, but
it's coming out this late, probably not, but we'll see.
also they are looking for that Ishan 10 for that Tempai. And they will probably not get that if they have that 7-so in their hand. Because none of the tiles that would give you Tempai with that 7-so look to be very, very active at the moment. Decides to just play it safe. Not a lot of tiles left. And no reason to push, in their opinion. Two-pin doesn't look too bad to push, in my opinion, but they decide to just play it safe with the 9-man. Like I said, no need to push.
Yeah. No payoff for Zell's dealership here, but happy to just get out of a sticky situation there.
It really does
Ooh.
suck since you are in third, and you just lost your last dealership.
Yeah, but now with the seat wind and the 2 Dora, I mean, yeah, the rest of the shapes in Zell's hand are not the greatest, but the potential value there.
Like, if they do manage to call it down, it would be about a Mangan, which isn't
Yeah.
enough for you to snatch second. But it is quite a bit away, quite a bit towards it. So you
Yeah,
can't
Crest
play
meanwhile
around it
is
in
hanging
season
on to
pass.
one of those 9 peens, but he has the 6-7 peen Ryanmen there, so could come out later, and we'll see if Zell's willing to opponent to try and derive that value.
If I was in Zell's spot, I would probably just pawn the Dora and try to Atsuzuke off the seat win.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
Morning going for Jun-chan, I am guessing. They are Ishanten. However, it's a Noyaku Ishanten.
Yeah, I guess just gonna chop the 5-6 so here.
That does help for the Jun-chan, that 3. And they do cut the 5-6 here.
But yeah, now
Hoping to
needing,
draw
I
that
guess,
2-man.
2 2s, yeah, like 2 2-mons here, but it's already been cut once in Cress's discard pile.
You only need 1 for you to reach Tenpai. And the second one will come eventually, hopefully.
Okay, well there's one. There's Tenpai.
Yep.
Can he find one of the last 2 that's out there? Given the shape of the hands, yeah. I think if somebody draws it.
Although I think most of the people here should recognize that they are probably either Chanta or Jun-chan. Doesn't look like either one of them is too bad of a chance.
Oh,
But they
wow,
draw it
okay.
anyway. No need for people to deal in if you can just
Yeah.
draw it yourself.
Give yourself a nice 6k points. Creeping up on Crest now, like 1 Mongon away, going into the second dealer hand here.
And they do have a very nice hand at the moment. Quite speedy. You probably want to reach this. No need to call down or anything. Double Hatsu.
Ooh, do we see a chain reaction? Pawn this, then drop the dragon, and then no? Okay. Yeah,
Zell
I guess
probably
honestly
thinking
giving
that
the... Oh, that's an interesting draw, though.
yeah, Zell probably thinking that calling right now is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, the rest of their hand is kind of... Need some help.
Morning. Still looking to Ricci. Not sure if they would call, like, not that he's able to because 2 of the Hatsu are already stuck in Zell's hand. But if it showed up, I don't think you would want to call this hand.
Yeah, Zell now picking up the seat wind pair, but it's still just pretty far away
It
from
is.
being able to incorporate any of that. Oh wow, now having the seat wind Anko.
Okay.
Where are we
Yeah,
going
I
with
think
this?
the only option you really have is just try to push the Honitsu. You do
Yeah.
want the points. Do need the points for it. Someone that doesn't need points, Chris, just calls the 8 man. Is Ishanten on a Tanyao, Dora 1, but they have a lot of chances of going for E10. One of them is the 9 so that's already in their discard pool.
Except another 3. Could be a potential Shanpon later, but yeah, I think it's going to be tough to find a way to like chi that 6-0, because certainly if Chaco draws it, I think they're more than happy to keep it.
Okay. I think you do want to keep the Dora. Then again, they don't need
Yeah.
the points,
Okay. Nope, cutting it.
so they decide to just keep it. Ooh,
There's
morning.
Ishanten for the 5-8 man. Yeah.
Ricci Dora 1. We might be able to see a Chankan. If I was... Oh. Morning with the Sumo again. No need for fancy Yaku like Chankan. Sumo is all you need.
And one fake Mangan later, now soaring into the lead. 54,000 points. This is looking like a 2-horse race for the first game here. But we'll see.
Luckily for the rest of the table, Morning's hand doesn't look the best in the best shape right now. Lots of pairs. Might be forced into Cheatoy if the draws tell him to. However, none of the other people looking quite that great either. Oh, that is a draw and a half for
That
Morning.
is a spicy value add right there.
Yeah, but it also completes one of their shapes. However, one of the shapes that they're left with is the Kanchan now.
Ooh, but then picking up a Ryanman there, yeah, just dropped the 8-pin here.
Morning getting all the good draws. Looks like Chocofal is actually going Chitoy. They are one away from Tempa.
Oh, but now draws a 3rd green dragon.
I think you just... I want to say just Sumo Gear it. The Chitoy is so much more value than this.
But I guess they're hoping at this point, what, you draw like a 3-6 pin to start the Ipeco, and then you just drop the 8-mon?
Yeah.
Oh, but now it's a Shanpon for the 4-5? Potential for Sananko? There's some value there.
Oh, Morning also Tempai. Will
Yeah,
they take it
Tenpai.
for the 8-mon? Which is twice cut.
Wow, even reaching it. Hoping to really just kind of target the dealer here, I guess, based off of the discard situation.
Doesn't know that all the 8-mon are already gone.
Oh, and Sumos for the
And-
Sananko. Oh.
Morning getting a piece of his own recipe. getting Sumo tier.
Oof.
And still negative.
Yeah, still negative, but a big
All
moral
last dealer.
victory, and now his dealer.
I've seen crazier things. One of which is Zell's hand at the moment.
Yeah, wow, what is that?
I wonder where this is going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and it advances. Now the only problem, of course, is that the 2 green dragons are already gone.
I think people should notice, like, oh, he dropped 4-pin pair from Hypei.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
kind of
another green
weird.
dragon.
Chris is currently Ishanten. Possible Ipeco if they draw the 2-pin. Chocofel also possible Ipeco. Ooh, draws the 7-pin.
Hmm.
Yeah, you are Ishanten on Chitoi again. Yeah, also have Ricci chances if you draw either the 7-pin or the North. But they draw the 8-man. I think you cut 7-9-man here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going for that.
Try to get those Ankos. Might see another San Anko coming soon.
Ooh, there's the Dora draw for Chocofowl, and now, yeah, Ishanten.
Still not getting the tiles that they need. Still one Hatsu in the wall. Ooh, red 5. With this kind of hand, I want to say just toss it, but they do not have the same idea as I do, apparently.
Yeah, I guess in their situation, they're just kind of looking at the scores here, and they're like, well, if I could cash in a solid second place, then you take that.
Yeah, I was wondering what kind of hand was it. Was just Ishanten for morning right now. They don't have a pair though. So it might get a bit awkward if they were trying to push.
Oh, it's so close. Drawing the 9-mon. It's inching ever closer, but yeah, I don't think the Kokoshi Dream is real without some insane draws. And there is one.
Ooh.
Wait a second. Wait.
They are one away, but the Hatsu is dead. They're in a single call. Your Kokushi dreams are shattered.
Yeah, that has to hurt from their perspective.
But apart from that, looks like that Chris went ahead and broke up their hand. Chances of Tenpai Adrikoku look pretty slim. So this might just be a Tenpai only for Chocofile at the end of the round.
Yeah, tidy
I don't
3K
think,
and then another chance, but
yeah, I
still
don't
a
think
lot
the
of ground to
fight is
cover.
going to come out. But they will be positive again with this, which is always a good sight to behold if you're that far down the hole.
Yeah, and now I mean, as far away as second and first look, I mean, one dealer Mongon puts you solidly in third here.
Ooh, and it is a good high pie to get as well.
Yeah.
Currently two away from Tenpai. And it's a very good Tenpai as well. You would always reach this, but it's going to be a Tanyao Pinfu on top of that.
With that being said, Zell looking at potentially a Sanshoku over there. Already has
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 done in Manzu and Zozu.
The only problem is that you do need a pair if you're
Yeah.
Zell. Optimally, it would be a 5-6 pair. But I don't think they're going to deny.
Keeping the south for like a Tonki wait.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I wanted to say, getting a pair of the 1 and 2 pin would not be bad either. It's a Ricci pin Fudora 1. Although, now that I'm looking at the scores, probably not the best idea.
But there's a pawn into a quick Tenpai, just trying to get in, get out
Hatsunomi.
the Hatsunomi hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
they do get the Sanshoku. But what is going through their head right now? Like, what is the point situation where you get second?
Right, yeah.
Because this is just a Ricci Sanshoku Dora 1, which would be a Mangan. But Mangan against second should not be enough. No, you need a... they need a 30,000 point swing to get second. So it's at
No
least a
problem.
Baiman direct hit.
Light work.
So we'll see how they are gonna try to get that Baiman. The only thing I can think of is probably going Chanta, but
Yeah,
with the
Crest
2 9-pin
from-
already discarded, it's gonna be a hard. It's gonna be a hard challenge
Yeah,
to get.
there it comes. With that 5P and Crest says, I don't need the south anymore, and there it is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you take that. I don't know. I think you have to skip.
Yeah.
Have to
And it's
think about it.
heartbreaking for Chaco, who's had such a fast hand to just try and get another repeat.
It's so unfortunate from Choco as well because it's mainly just sumos that did it for them.
Yeah.
Until the final hand, almost nothing really happened for them. Which ones are playing right now? This is the bottom one is from before, right? Oh no, this is all the new tables. Okay.
Yeah, I think we could jump on the bottom one, see what's going on. All right, so it looks like a pretty close field. Watora with an early lead here.
I just have to say,
Amadou
all these
still
hands
going.
are very spicy.
Yeah.
What's going on with these hands?
QETC is Ishanten for a terrifying close.
Tsubasa is also Ishanten right now. For Richidora 1, and
Oh, wow, there it is.
there's a Tenpai. It's on the Chun and the 6-0. Navita's deciding no Ibats for you, and also gets into Tenpai for Tanya Nomi. And Watora is dropping safe tiles.
Yeah, Yamaneko is Ishanten here for probably not a
It's a Richidora
great
2.
weight.
It's a Richidora 2. Probably go for the 4-7 weight. Um, it's not a terrible weight from their looks. It's just that
Yeah, well,
the Sozu
it's
doesn't
so
look amazing.
scary. Yeah, like the being in a situation where if you draw into that 4-5p and then you're like, ah, do I drop the 6 soul to Shanpon or do I drop the 5?
You do get a lot of courage from being in last. And
Well,
unfortunately, it was
feels like
misplaced in this hit.
yeah,
Luckily, it
unenemy.
was into the cheaper hand of the two that were in Tenpai. Oh, Navda's looking to get a good first in this hand, so he has a good chance of getting top 2 in the final game. So this dealership is pretty important for them. That's a lot of honors and a few terminals from Tsubasa.
Yeah, and with the that early 5 so drop, I think he's going for it.
QETC also in 2 Shanten for one Shanten.
Oh.
I misread that. I saw them draw the 6-0 there, and I assumed that they would just try to discard that 2-man Penchan, but if it's turn 3, just take it.
Yeah, unfortunately theirs is winning tile, but it's exactly what Navitas would love to keep in his hand, so it's not coming out.
Navida's looking very good for himself with this hand as well. There's a few Ryankan, which are decently well to handle, but eats a chance also.
Ooh, another one,
So,
but
if you're Tsubasa, are you gonna fold?
yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, oh man, another North draw.
Yeah, too bad they're useless in the hand that they're currently going for.
Yeah.
Just cutting immediate danger tiles off the danger tile.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels like a hand where you should just kind of count your blessings and just say, well, I gave Kokoshi a shot, but I'm going to kind of deploy the parachute of Genbutsu tiles here and just
Yeah.
get out of dodge.
But I think if you're Navitas, however, you do want to push a little bit. Especially since, while the Itsu looks very unlikely at this point, it's still a pretty decent hand to have. Ooh. That's an amazing draw to get.
Yeah, does he? Okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Decides not to take it. 3-pin looked a bit too dangerous. However, it came out the very next turn.
But draws back into a
Pushes
decent
the
Yushan
Chun
here.
instead. Oh. Yeah, now that's probably looking at this board right now, seeing that lower Pinzu is not looking very hot. Especially the 2-5 pin looking very scary at this point.
Yeah, unfortunate. Turn 3 Ricci, but just could not find that 3-mon. Navitas
Guess
with an
when
interesting looking hand.
Guest wind
Rishanden.
Anko, always interesting to see.
Yeah.
If you draw around that 6-pin, try to turn that into a Yaman. It might turn into Sanchoku. And knowing Navitas, he does see the Sanchokus. Watora having 2 of the Yaka high pairs. Man's looking a bit awkward, but apart from that,
Yeah. But there's the 7-8-9 draw, so.
yeah.
Huh. Keeps the Forso and just converts it to a 1-3-5 Ryoncon, I guess.
Guessing that they don't really like the extended Yankan shape, which is fine. The Kutsuki is also pretty decent at turning you around, but they call because they have double Yakai pairs, so it's guaranteed 1 Han. And that 1 Han is enough for them to get to snatch the 30k.
Yamanaka Tsubasa with kind of an interesting hand. It's got like a couple too many blocks, like it's got 6, but with those 2 doors there and with the 9 mana Anko.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard decision if you're Tsubasa to decide which tiles to cut if you do manage to complete one of those shapes.
Ooh, but there's Tenpai for the dragons.
Yeah. Quick 1 Han from Watora if they can manage to convert this. Navtas discarding his north, going for Tanya. Probably just looking to call this out.
Watora having to make a
the
choice here. Just, yeah. It's not even
deciding to
really a
just
choice, but it's
toss the
like that. You
Dora,
gotta take the deep breath. Yeah.
mentally preparing themselves. Navitas Ishanten at this point. Probably going for the Mawashi Chitoi. Oh, Sumo from Watora. 1 Han.
1,500 points, but hey.
That's all. That's all you
and,
need.
Yeah. Oh, but also picks up the the Riichi stick and the Honba from the previous round, right?
It's a nice bonus.
A little bit of extra credit.
Now Tsubasa on his dealership probably wished for a slightly better high pie.
Yeah,
But if he
Kiryu has
draws,
a fast hand, but that red 5 is a little bit lonely.
they probably won't just cut the 2-man. Try to
Yeah.
confirm the Tanyao. Because this hand is not that great without the red 5 and also without Tanyao, so might as well just go for the Kanchan. Apart from that, Watora also looking to go for a Tanyao hand. Very good high pie, however, the draws were not the best from what I can see at the moment.
Yeah, and there goes the 2-man,
The
so
2-man.
just gonna lock in that Kanchan.
Navita's looking to try and get Sanchoku probably. pretty good shapes. However, that 8-man draw, not the best if they want to go for Sanchoku. However, that does mean that there are an Ishanten.
And there is.
Ooh, and there's the
Tenpai.
Tenpai. Takes it. Probably really likes the chances of that 8-man right now.
Ooh, some Otozuke gameplay here. Gonna have to toss the Dora against the Ricci, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, there's the East.
All right.
So will they cut it? No, they will not. Interesting. Will they just...
Yeah, I guess just having to, crunch down the pair anyway. Okay, there it is. Now you get to make the decision, and what will happen?
Well, first of all, the 7-man is almost dead.
Sumo.
But they sumo the 4-man instead.
Just one Han, but you're happy to get the donation stick and the dealer repeat here?
Oh my. QETC has one hell of a hand.
Yeah, wow.
It is one completed run, but that's the only thing going for that hand right now.
Yeah. Well,
oh, but they are drawing
there's
very
a
well.
Yakuai pair, yep. Wow, and then there's the 5, 6, 7 pin completed. The draws are coming out.
Yeah, who needs a good Hype-Eye if you can just draw your upgrades? Alright, we see the Yakuai call. This does mean that they are currently headless, but no need for concern. There's the Ryan Kanche. Well, it's a bit of an interesting shape that Yamaneko is going for. Deciding to...
Oh, and there's
pairs.
Tenpai. Just Tonki wait on the 2-man here for QETC.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but he can drop
upgrade it
that
to
yeah.
Takes it to 5.
After the con? Oh, no Rinshan.
No Dora either. But they can draw the 4-pin and upgrade their hand with another Dora. Oh.
Okay, so reaching for the 6-9 mon here.
Hoping for the 6-man. Getting that... Oh no, yeah. Hoping for the Tanya. However, all the 6-man are currently occupied in other people's hands. If you were Yamaneko here...
The Tenpai here, but yeah, it's really scary.
The Ishanten is probably not good enough. Like, yeah, you did have 3 Dora, so it might convince them to just push. Yeah.
Oh, and there it is.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's fair because you're in 4th place right now. Probably doesn't have much to lose. Would you have taken the Kanchan instead of the Champon, though?
Yeah, I think the Shanpon just like it seems kind of tasty because it's like, well, maybe the 9
Maybe you
comes
get
out
the
and somebody
Dora.
can't
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, right. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. Oh, and he sumos
Oh,
it.
you can just sumo the 9-man instead.
Wow.
リーチ、ツモ、ドライオン、ハネマン。
Dealer Hanemon, that's a big swing. Suddenly from 4th to 1st. It's that easy.
Yep.
That's Mahjong. All right. Avida's picking up the round win here, but the rest of the hand is a little bit far off.
Navita's just calling it. Trying to skip the the dealership of Yamaneko at this point. Doesn't want to continue this. QETC going for Tanyel, probably. 3 pairs. Could also turn into a normal hand if they manage to draw either a 6.
Navitas
6,
now
7, 8,
reaching
9.
10.
Yeah. Penchan is a bit unfortunate to have. You have to drop the Haku here. Keeping that 5 pin is just too good.
Yamaneko working with some interesting shapes again. Tile acceptance is pretty high for angling for a Pinfu here, but yeah, just needs some more of that legendary flow.
Probably will just try to call this hand, try to make it a bit faster, especially seeing that Navitas has the Yakahai and already another call.
Yeah,
Ooh,
there's the
Anko of
7
7.
Anko.
Ooh,
Wow, what is
there's
this?
the 8 pin in a pair. Make your 3-4 pin into Yamen, of course. Oh, Navitas also in Tempai right now. Takes it. 3 pin. Ooh. Decides to take the Ryanman instead of the Ryanman pair with confirmed Tanya. Ryamaneko. Again with the 6 blocks.
Yeah, okay, but there's the 3-4-5, so he's going to cut that 7-8 Ryanman.
Yeah. And QET is also getting into Tempai, takes the Champon on the 2-man and 8 so. People don't like the Kanchan, apparently.
Something about the Shanpon weight just being 2 different tiles always feels better. Okay, well there is Tenpai. He's going to Riichi for the 3-6 of Bamboo here. It is looking scary.
QETC drew the Dora, thinking what to do. They do not want to toss it, which is a fair, which is fair in my book.
Red 5 draw, new upgrade.
The worst thing is that would have those 2 5-pin would have been Sanchoku upgrade, potential Sanchoku upgrade.
Yeah. But hey, hindsight's 20/20 and all that, so I 100% would have still slammed.
Ooh.
Oh, Sumo's the 3-pin.
Not enough for them to get into first, but it's a good start, and
Wow, this is
they still have their dealership coming up.
interesting hand for Yamaneko again.
Yeah, Watora also has a pretty interesting hand. Ooh, 9 so draw. Discards the 9 pin though. Doesn't want to go. Doesn't believe that there's a chance that they can get the 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku. And
Ooh,
they
there
are
is
Ishanten here.
Ishanten. Yeah, picking
Oh.
up that 8-so draw to form the pair in there. Wow, okay.
Okay. Yamaneko also waiting on 2 of the Dora. I mean, 2 dragons.
ポン
Gets one of them. So that's already 2 Yakahai on the table for him. And it's currently Ishanten.
Upgrades to that Ryanman.
Oh, okay. This is an interesting. This is an interesting soda shape. Couldn't recognize it immediately that it was Tenpai.
Yeah, just a
5,
repeat
6,
Baraka
7,
here.
7, 8, 9, and a pair of 8. So the 4, 7 currently there are 2 in the hand, 1 in the disc. 3 of them in people's hands and in the discard pool. Yamaneko gets his 3rd Yakahai. Currently Tenpai on 3, 6 pin. Could have had Toy Toy. Oh no, wait, not with this hand. I was thinking of a different pair cut that he did, I think.
Oh, and there's a 3-pin. But Navi
Is this Tenpai for them?
it. Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh wait, yeah, never mind. I can't read.
Navid is still waiting on the 6, 9 of
So it
so,
was a 3-4-5.
but they just decide to cut up their hand. But yeah, with someone showing 3 Yakahai and one of the dealer showing Ricci, probably not a bad call to just call quits at this point. Cuts the 9 man, doesn't
Oh.
believe that Chanta is a opportunity, but despite the 3 Yakai, deal into the dealer.
Oh, and now
And that
Watsura
steals
sitting pretty at
first.
first, yeah.
Ooh, and with the Haku pair. Potential Sanshoku. Either need to draw the 1 man or the 4 soul. So there are plenty of opportunities to make something out of this hand.
Yeah, Navitas' hand though is already
Very
Ishanten? Yeah. If
yeah.
he draws the 7-pin right here, or the 3 or the 6 soul.
Little awkward the Ishanten with those ships. Can't complain, no. Ooh.
Okay.
Watora takes the chi on the 2 pin, on the 3 pin. Oh,
Looking to,
it's
I
the
guess, yeah,
Yakai.
keep the 3-4 Ryanmen and then hunt for the
Yeah, if you
1
draw the
maybe?
1 man here, you could turn this into a Nobetan with Sanshoku.
Yeah.
Sadly, no Chanta. Oh.
Oh.
However, now there is a Chanta chance if they draw the 1 man. Yeah, I don't think Navitas would discard the 9 pin at this point. Maybe if he reaches Tenpai, try to go for the Penchan, but seeing that there are already 2 7 pin out, if they manage to draw into Tenpai, probably would be happy to just go for the Champon.
And there's Tenpai.
Yep, takes the Shampoo. Probably thinks it's not a terrible weight either. Seeing that the Pinzu don't look too valuable at the moment. There is a chance that there would be a double rondo if one of the other two would discard the 9-pin. QETC considering pushing. You probably have to push at this point. You're a bit too far down. Oh, Tenpai. Yeah,
There's the Ricci. Yep.
Just-
Okay.
just slam it.
し
I didn't like the hesitation, but it's fine. Ooh, Watora deciding not to take the Suji trap. Which means they avoid dealing into Navitas.
Ooh, thinking
Everyone
about this
just-
discard.
Everyone just speeding through it.
Yeah. Breaking Tenpai, but managing to get out of that situation, I guess.
Keep the Hakatile, and Navitas sadly deals into the Ricci from QETC.
ドラ1
Which
Wow,
brings
this is a
him
close
into
game.
4th. However, he is dealer right now.
Shapes look kind of decent for Navitas here.
Yeah, looks like it's a 2-way from Tenpai, but if you draw into your shapes like this, could upgrade his Kanchan into a Ryanman. There are some places where this might turn into an Itsu. If you draw a 9-pin, you probably just discard the 2-man. You're in a pretty good spot from that point on. The Dora in their hand is a little bit awkward. However, I think you probably want to just go as fast as possible and try to go for the Ricci at this point. Still a 2 Shanten. Despite fancy looking hand.
Wow, that's a tough draw.
Cool. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate after the 2-man discard as well. Decides to keep it.
Ooh, but
Ooh.
then that's a great draw.
Yeah. You have to discard Dora at this point on. Yeah. And this is a pretty wide Shanten as well. Although, if he draws the 3-6 pin, I think you just have to eat the Furita and Ricci at that point. Because the weight is just so wide that
Yeah,
the
just
sumo
hot
chance
for the
just
sumo
is
anyway.
there.
Okay, well there's
Oh,
the
but they
8.
draw the 8 instead.
Thinking about the Ricci here.
I think you just slam.
Yeah. Just taking a
Take the
deep
pin.
breath again. Just another
Take
mental
the pin, Fu.
preparation one. Yeah.
But QETC is not is undeterred by that reaching and calls
Yeah.
themselves into Tenpai for 360.
Now Yamaneko's hand looking kind of like a minefield.
Yeah, but Yamaneko's hand looking in rough shape altogether, so
Yeah.
they are probably thinking of just folding. Well, that's the third 8-pin. Yeah, you do have to consider like what is safe at this point, because everything just looks kind of bad. Oh, and Navitas deals into QETC. What
Oh,
an
that is tough.
unfortunate chain of events.
Yeah.
That means they lose their last dealership and they are still in fourth.
Yeah, now is Navitas. I mean, you need, yeah, what, like a...
They need
not
a
even
direct hit.
Paimon. Yeah, or I mean, yeah, like a direct hit like Hanemon.
Direct hit Haneman. I think Tsumo Haneman should also be fine. It's an 18,000 swing. No. No, you need a... no, apparently I can't count, but yeah, Tsumo Hanemon should be fine. Looking at their hand, Haneman looking a little tough to attain. 2 of the Dora in their hand though, so that will help a lot. Especially if you just
Yeah.
reach Itsumo, you're
And
already at
draws
4 hand.
locking in that 5, 6, 7 so shape now.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah, you have to cut the red 5 here. It's just
you have to cut the red 5. It's just that you're losing a
that's
lot
tough.
of value by doing that. However, they do draw the 6 so, which means that they can go for Tanya if they manage to draw right.
Another 5 draw.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have gotten it if they didn't discard that 5 man before. QETC looking to try and reach you, maybe. I actually don't know if you want to reach E as QETC if you manage to get into Tenpai. Because yeah, points are always good. What is QETC's current score actually? Oh, what a draw! Can cut 7-8 man here to go confirm their Tanyao.
Yeah, potential for Ipeiko Tanya here.
Yeah. There's also chances of getting Sananko if they manage to draw draw the 3-4 man into their hand. Yeah, looks like QETC is currently first in this group.
So there is
So
the
if they
reaching from
get
Navitas, but they're just looking for that 4-pin. And unfortunately, it is dead.
yeah, the problem is you don't want to roam this as Navitas. And Sumo is not possible. It's a little bit of a predicament for QETC though. If they eat a second here, they would be completely fine going into the last game of being top 2. While not being in an amazing lead, it's still still manageable. But they seem to be just pushing ahead. and discard the 4-man.
I guess yeah, you just want to probably break Tenpai here, and then.
Yeah, but I'm not sure why you would cut the 4-man for that.
But I guess that's true though, because a Ryu Kyoku here means sub 30k, which means we're going into West.
There's no West extension for
Right.
I think. Oh, is it for the for the qualifiers?
Yeah.
I mean, just for the qualifiers that they're aware of.
Yeah, if QETC had just a little bit more in the tank there to be able to pay that out. Watsura with a relatively strong looking hand here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some Kanchans and Penchans, but once again, if you just draw the tiles you need.
The others looking a little less less pristine from what I can see. Yamaneko, however, also looking at quite a few Penchans. However, the rest of the shapes look almost complete, which is good compared to the rest. But QETC is coming in pretty close as well. Ooh. Keeps the 3-so pair.
Interesting hand. Now maybe looking for an Ipeco, but then yeah, there's no more pair in that case.
Oh, there's your pair. Confirms it by
Yep.
dropping the 8-so.
Now Ishan 10, ideally hoping to clean up that Ryankon there, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if they manage to get manage to complete the Ryankon, they can just Dama this and continue on.
QETC also with Ishan 10 here. Not a whole lot of value, but oh, then there's Tenpai. Reaches it.
Alright. This is an Entotsu on the 1-4 man and 3-so.
Yeah, Yamaneko
Wait,
just
looking a little bit dead.
Yeah.
Yamaneko going for the Chinitsu despite not really needing it.
Yeah, but with those draws, I don't know. I feel like pushing the 2-5 here looks scary. Oof. Oh, he's pushing. Oh, and there it is.
That's just heartbreaking. Yeah, QETC managing to kinch out the Hanchan in first, despite losing the 30k in South 4.
Yeah, that was a really close game. There were so many point swings into first place to come down to the West extension, down to like a Richinomi.
Yeah, I can totally see Navitas also just completing, like getting out of fourth in that West extension, despite the looks of it.
I think we could jump in and we could check out the game that's already going just to get some coverage. See some players we haven't spectated yet.
Yeah, let's try to see the end of it, I guess.
Oh, and all right, there's our own.
And we're in South 1, which is surprising.
Oh, 3 Uras. Oh man.
I mean, you hate to be in the opposing seat. However, even with that, they are surprisingly only at 100 points. Barely made a dent into the bank of their opponent. Ooh,
Mister
but
here with quite an interesting hand. Wow.
this is a very nice hand to have. All you're hoping for is just to draw something around that 5 mana, and you're good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
To
draws the
convert
Dora
the
East as
Exodia
well.
hand. Thinking about the 7, so I feel like there's enough there's enough pairs as is. I don't think you want to complicate the Ryancon here. But keeps it.
Might as well just confirm the Tanyo, I'm guessing, from their point of view.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Oh, and the
Ooh, and
East
there's
came
the
out,
tile.
so just drop it at this point. Yeah, these are quite a few shapes. It's very easily to be called into Tempai, and you just get yourself a Tanya Dora 3. I think
6/7 upgrade there.
I think you're just happy with that. I think you
Oh yeah, just
they
yeah.
take the Ryankan back again. Could go either way. You could also have discarded the 3 but then you are denying yourself the Sanshoku, but there goes the 3-man upgrade for the Ryanman. Yeah, pretty good 2 Shanten from Mister. Oh, but there comes the 7
The
again.
game just wants, yeah. Here's another 7
Exodia is too important to not take,
Yeah.
apparently. Ooh, but then
Oh yeah, and there's the 2. But yeah, I mean
yeah,
Tanyo 3 red 5 here. I mean that's for
as
the
dealer,
dealer hand, that's all of a sudden you're catching Doku here. But there's the Ricci. Looking for the 2/5 pin here. Cleans up the Ryancon.
Doku deck at Ishanten after they cut the 6/8. So, oh, and
Oh,
they
deals in
deal
that
into
time.
Games of Robo. Luckily, it's there's no Ura in this hand. Yeah, slowly the table's slowly chipping away at Doku's bank. Currently only 10k ahead of the second place.
Oh wow, early chi from Games of Robo. Looks like they're just gonna shoot for a Honi too, quick.
Mm-hmm. Seeing some interesting progression from Bobland as well.
Some
How
vague
would
chances for a Sanshoku, but
yeah,
it's tough.
like as dealer, you probably want to go faster than the Sanshoku with the Benchan and the Kanchan. So I think the best course of action here is just to take the one pair, and
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cuts the 4 here,
yeah,
which is fair.
not sure I completely like it because there were a lot of upgrades around the Penzu if you kept that 4. Oh,
Huh.
they discard the 1-man again, but this time instead of the Nobetan, they take the Aryan Man. All right.
For a while
Doku
on that, but
calling,
yeah.
opening up for Tanya Dora 1. Yeah, I think you just
You just pawn and drop it, yeah. I mean, this far
call it.
ahead, you're just trying to race into South 4 here.
Try to keep your lead, however slight it might be. Ooh, that's a good draw for Mizder.
Yeah, with 3 Dora in their hand, really it's just waiting on something to convert down in that 3-7 mon.
Ooh,
More Sozu is always a nice thing, though.
yeah, and this can be converted into a Kanchan on the 7, so
Wow, okay.
might be less appealing to keep the pair of the 6, so because there's already one out. Yeah, at this point, like if you're Mizder, you really want to get something in the Manzu instead of the Souz at this point. The 7 so would be nice. Would be a nice grab. The 1 so would be an amazing grab actually.
Well, there's the
Oh.
7-9 Kanchan.
Yeah. Decides not to get the Kanchan shape, hoping to draw something better around the 3 man. However, draws another Kanchan with that 1 man draw. And this decides to discard the 8 so pair.
Ooh, Games of Robo drawing into Tenpai there.
Yeah, it's it's a very nice tempai. Entots is on the Chun and 6-3, 3-6 man. Honitsu Yakai 1, probably 2. Mies there going for a K10 play, however missing a pair right now. Doku drawing the 3 man. Considering it. Like neither 3 man nor 4 man are really safe to play here, but they
Oh, but
got the
chooses
4
right.
man instead. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
and gets the Chun. It's once cut, but they decide not to cut it. Recognize the danger of it. Yeah, and Botland losing his dealership with that.
Yeah, that is tough. And now it's Games of Robo's last stealer, but there's a lot of ground that needs to be made up here. This hand, maybe a little bit far away, but there's some potential here.
Draws the Dora though, which is always a nice thing to see. The only problem being that they are waiting on the Kanchan 8 man to complete that shape. Or of course a second 9 man, and they can discard their 8 pin. Oh wow, that's a
Nice
good draw.
Yeah.
Ooh. Doku getting a great draw as well. Currently having a Samenchan shape in their hand. They discard the 9 man, confirming the pair on the 7 man. Currently Kutsuki waiting on Lakutski for the 8-pin. Oh, they also have a 1, 2, 3, 4 shape. So it's 8-pin and 4-man. Ooh, and they're all another 4-man. Decide to cut the 8-pin on that instead of the south. Not wanting to further the hands of the other people on the table, I'm assuming.
Yeah, with that 6-mon draw, just deciding to cut the 1-2 penchant here.
Mm-hmm.
Is they're thinking about that Dora. They will keep it, try and incorporate it.
Yeah. Bobland trying his hardest to for this Hail Mary play. Still quite a bit away from it.
Yeah, Doku with that red 5 draw now with a really good Ishan 10.
Apart from that, Misdev looking like they want to fight quite hard as well. Currently Ishan 10. If they reach he might be a bit hard to attain Mangan like that. You do need an Ura, but
Yeah, looks like Doku's going to take the Damaten here, waiting on that 3-6-mon for
yeah, if you're
Dora.
Doku here, you don't really need to reveal that you're in Tenpai.
Right. Just want to click the Rowan button and go on to the next game.
Game is overdue by quite a bit, I'm assuming. Yeah, Bobland just not having any luck with his draws. Although, on the other hand, you could say that not getting any of his draws means that he doesn't deal in yet. Ooh, that's a
Right.
good draw for Games of Robo. You are able to call into Tenpai here by calling a 3/6 or a 5-man. And they probably really want to get into Tenpai at some point. Try to maintain their dealership. Doesn't manage to get into Tenpai, sadly.
No.
And that's a no 10. That's it.
That's the game.
Two very clear winners on this table. Was a bit unfortunate seeing Bobland struggle like that, but sometimes you have to go for it, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah. It's tough, especially fighting from behind, even going into that game. Because it looks
I'm
like he
hearing
was
some
at
whispers.
minus 47.
Okay, so someone is whispering in my head saying that most of these games are probably not the most exciting ones to watch, but we do have the game with Thursday. That is on its way right now. From the look. Oh, okay. So we're gonna watch an Avidas game first. Trying to see if he can manage to make his way up to second at least. It's currently minus 52 points in the leaderboard. Has to win by plus 60 at least to match Watora's current score. Motora's current score. And it's not looking great, but he is in Tenpai right now for a Sandman channel on the 369. Probably wanting Tetsumo on the either 3-pin or 6-pin. Which would just be a Richie Pinfu Sumo Tanyao. Which would be 7,800, hoping for an Ura. None of the others really giving him the time of day of dealing in.
Yeah, Yamaneko keeping that the 8-mon there for the Onko, but hand is very far away. Oh, but there's the 9-pin.
And doesn't get any Ura either. It's an unfortunate small hand, but you take those. Ooh, and Navitas gets a pretty good hand for their troubles. You just need a 2-pin and an 8-pin, and you have Itsu here.
Yeah, but the 4 draw here is troubling. Yeah, giving up on the E2 Dream just to keep that
Keep the
Dora Ramen.
Dora.
Makes sense.
Try to draw anything around that 5 so. Wanting to keep all the value that he can manage. However, Watora looking like a quite interesting hand to Yakuhai and probably be able to turn this hand into a Honitsu. Oh. Doesn't like the North.
Okay, upgrading that to a 5/6 Ryanman with the red 5 probably gonna take Honitsu off the table, but there's still some good value there.
Ooh, Nafta's drawing quite an interesting tile here. Now probably has to pair up the 5 so if he wants to keep it though.
Pum.
And the shape in the Pinzu is a bit too good to leave out. Yeah, that's a 4-pin. Is there any furry 10s in this? Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't look like it, but yeah, I don't really know either. But now Watora
Ooh,
drawing into Tenpai here, and now
Nafta's drawing into
Navitas.
the Ipeiko. You can reach it on the door at
Honky
I wanted
Wait
to say.
Dora Ipeiko. I like it.
And he goes for it. Yeah, there were quite a few Ricci tiles you could go for. A lot of them probably a lot better in terms of weight. But I do like the I do like his guts for going for this this Ricci.
There's another one.
Yeah, but QETC probably doesn't want to drop that at all.
Not gonna be discarding it anytime soon. Waterua not even given the Rinshan the time of day. And now cutting the east.
There is, however, still one 4-man somewhere in the wall. There are 3 5-man out and 4 6-man. Ooh, but Nafta sadly deals into the last-minute Tempai from Yamaneko.
Yeah, a really
Oof.
nice pivot to just create that 4-6 Kanchan right when it mattered.
And that was the dealership of Navitas. So right now we're at the table of Hazelnut Uwu, Bigwig Ra, Waifus in Syrup, and AI Bully. Wait. Is Thursday Hazelnut? Okay. I was told yes. So currently, Clara is waiting Tempai on the 5 pin.
Yeah, found Tenpai earlier with that 8-pin draw, but didn't want to toss the 4-pin to wait on just the 7.
Waifus and Syrup taking the Tsumo on the Pinfu. Of course, everyone knows that Tsumo Pinfu kind of sucks, unless you get Mangam.
Lots of pairs in Claire's hand this time.
But looking at the standings right now, Thursday and Waifus and Syrup are currently both down more than 20 points. But if either of them get a first place, it probably would be enough to get them into second place. But that really depends on Bigwig's score in that case, because they are on the cusp with only 7 points. So if either Waifus and Syrup and Thursday get a first and Bigwig gets a third, there might be a chance of an upset. AI Bully, however, sitting comfortably in first place with 48.5 points, so them getting top 2 is pretty likely.
Yeah, wow, that is a standout position right there. But
Yeah, AI
Waifus
Bully,
already in 10 player.
a very flowful player. Bigwig.
There's Itsu potential, but
There is potential, however,
if
it's
only that hand wasn't so fast. That now they have to dodge.
the other problem being that if they go Itsu, there's like almost no pair potential either.
Yeah.
Probably have to Tanki in that case. Ooh, and Waifus and Syrup getting into Tempai on the Shampon 3-6 man. For Hatsunomi.
Great draw.
Yeah. Bigwig currently still waiting on the pair.
Thursday's hand with some San-Anko potential there, with the Anko 2's already locked in. Okay, well there is... Still no pair, but potential to draw into the 3-pin here and then drop the 1, so... Don't know if they'll do it, but okay, well. Now having to choose between the 4-pin or the 2-pin here.
リーチ今日の運はどう
Goes for the
だ
2-pin.
Unfortunate for
Yeah.
for them. It's
Uh,
it's a little preoccupied.
Yeah, I don't think that Thursday's going to be chopping all 3 of those out of her hand.
How's movement in in Thursday's hand? However, I think this movement is a bit too slow. Tenpai seems a bit
Yeah.
far away. There are Ishanten for Chitoi. However, that does mean that they have to cut the 2-pin, which I... Oh, they discard the 5-pin though.
That's bold. Maybe just trying to push for Toy Toy here with that 7-mon draw? It's
Oh, they
pretty late.
draw
Wow,
the
okay.
second Anko.
Could we see a last-minute Suanko? Hopium?
Yeah, with that 7 so draw, the likelihood of that 2-pin coming out very low. Basically 0 now, since there's no draws anymore for Thursday.
これこうしないと
Oh,
Yeah, I'm really gonna take the pawn to go for maybe trying to lock in a last-minute Tenpai, but it doesn't pay off.
テンパイ
yeah, and Bigwig seeing the 3 2-pin in Thursday's hand here. Probably very demoralizing. Ooh, Thursday again with the pair heavy hand. Looking to maybe go Tanyao or although Tanyao might be a little bit less likely since they have the 1-3-pin shape. Try to use the 4-pin as one of their pairs.
Yeah, Waifu's in syrup now with kind of an interesting hand shape over there. Lots of so pairs.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to resolve. I'd probably say try to call the 4-mon and just cut the 9-so.
Yeah, because there's the 7 soul, but
I still
there's
think
so
you
many
cut
shapes that are
9-so
overlapping. Yeah.
at this point.
Wow, cuts the
Besides-
5. I guess they're just gonna cut the penchant out completely.
Yeah. There is also a way to go at it by cutting the 8-so at some point. Going for Pinfu.
Yeah, now I mean now with that
Drew on-
Sanmenshan shape down
drew
there
into
in
the
the
Sanmenshan as well,
Pinzu.
yeah.
Yeah, there goes the 8 so.
Also helping Bigwig go into Ishanten. Probably looking to just pawn the 5-man or the 6-man. Get a quick Tenpai. I'd
Doesn't
say
keep the
probably keep
potential
the
key.
8-man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's Tenpai.
Gets into Tenpai anyway. 5-6 months, still 3 in the wall. Plenty of time to draw them as well. However, I still think there's going to be a Ricci very soon on the table that they have to be wary of. Unless Waifus and Syrup, of course, goes into Ishant and Hell. It's always
Yeah,
very.
it feels like there's so much tile acceptance there to hit Tenpai and just not drawing into any of those middle Sozo tiles there. Ah, another one so.
6 Tsumogiri in a row. Claire switching over into Tanya. There's plenty of calling potential in this hand as well. But AI Bully gets a run on the 2-man for
Yeah. Fake
3
Mahjong.
Doras.
Now sitting comfortably in first place going into
Yeah, taking
score here.
taking another first place, hopefully. Just trying to dominate the table.
これどうしないと。
So what did I say again that the win condition was for Thursday and waifus? I'm wondering if either of them gets second. How would that go? I think Bigwig needs to get last in that case for either of them to move on. Oh, Waifus and Syrup getting the double tone. Has to decide which tile to cut here. Cut the 8-man. Might have been a mistake.
Well, I mean, maybe just cutting that 6-8 Kanshan, seeing that the 7's been discarded once already. Just kind of trying to go for maximum efficiency, maybe.
But they managed to draw into a different Kanchan again. Ooh, and draws the 7-pin as well.
Yeah, now just more than happy to switch back to the 799 here. Hopefully can just pull on either the 9-so or the 4-pin.
Oh, but Bigwig draws into Tenpai for Tanya. Dora 2. Is Dama 10 on the 4-pin? Is there probably waiting to draw the 3-man, I'm assuming?
リーチ
No, they waited one turn to Tsumagiri Richi.
The classic.
Classic fake master move. I don't know what the equivalent of that is in Richi City.
Yeah.
Fake 4-down. Oh, but Wifes and Syrup manages to pawn the 9-so and gets into Tenpai for 1 4-man. Double tone versus Richi, Tanya, Dora 2. Oh, and AI Bully also manages to get into Tenpai with the Aryamen on the 5-8. So, pin. It's a tough table to play, but Thursday is probably also looking to. Not sure if they want to push at this point.
Yeah, oh, now holding on to both those dangerous tiles. Probably just cut the 7 the second time. Or the 9, yeah.
Oh, and Wyverns and Syrup missing Tsumo apparently. The wall deciding that the Shanpon shape was better than the Ramen at this point. Oh, Khan.
Ooh,
They
Khan?
pressed the Khan button.
Oh, it was so close. If only it was the
What
4.
is it?
Oh, wow.
And Bigwig gets the Tsumo instead.
リーチツモタンヤオドラ1赤ドラ1マンガン
No Ura given though. Which is a lucky lucky break for Waifus and Syrup.
Right. But hey, you never know. You just hit the Rinshan, and then if it works, you're a genius. And if you don't worry. We'll get him next time. Waifu's choosing to cut the East Dora here early instead of the South. Just, I guess, trying to race
Might have
through
been
and not...
might have been an instant cut before they looked at the Dora. I know it happens to me a lot when I play no tips. AI Bully managing to draw into the Anko of 9-so with the 8-so pair in their hand.
Yeah, and with the 2-3 and the 3-4 shape down there, I mean, this should be a pretty quick tenpai.
Yeah. They discard the 6-so, basically confirming the way their hand is gonna go. Just waiting to complete one of these round men right now. Thursday, on the other hand, also Ishanten, looking for just a 3. Well, not just a 3-so, but optimally just wanting the 3-so to slam on the Pinfu. Try and get some points going forward. Ooh, AI Bully
Might
can...
keep the Tumon here, yeah, for that perfect one away. Nope.
Nope. Decides that they want the Yaman. Anyway, they shake it.
Yeah, I guess it was cut once already in Waifu's discard pile, so the Ukide is not that great. The amount that's left to draw.
Bigwig. Currently Ishanten. Keeps the pair of 4, so might be able to pawn that as well, and in that case would be waiting on the 1-4 pin. Well, Thursday drawing the pair of 5 man. Confirming that they want the 3-so instead of the pair of 2-so. The 2-so was cut twice, so the pair weight would have been dead. Oh, and Claire does draw the 3-so.
Yeah,
Slams it on the 5 man. Currently Pinfu on 3-6 man.
Richie Pin for red 5 is not bad at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, you hate to see that as AI Bully, who's been in Ishanten hell for 8 discards now. And still doesn't manage to draw in the 10 by here.
やったツモだ
Oh, and
and
Ippatsu
Ippatsu
Sumo for Thursday.
リーチ一発ツモピンフ
No Ura sadly, but they
マン
still managed to get the Mangan out of that. And I think they snatched first for that.
Yeah, there it is. Big swing. Oh,
And we have a pause. Let me check what the reason is. Oh, they don't know.
we're unsure.
Even the competitors are not completely sure why the game paused.
And we're
But
back.
it's
All right.
back.
Ooh, Bigwig's hand is looking tough.
All of these hands are looking quite unfortunate, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is not
I
gonna
think
be a row one Ricci situation, I think.
the best hand in this round is probably Waifus and Syrup. Have a few completed melts and a Riamen, so
Yeah,
they might be able
no
to reach somewhere in the second row.
potential for. I mean, it's a long shot, but you never know if you can get
Oh,
that Ipeco with the Doras. Yeah, amazing draw, being
fixed.
able to fix
So
that up, and now
looking for a
Sean's
pair,
in.
but they can also just Champon if they manage to draw the Tuso.
Right.
The only problem is that you are waiting on the Dora indicator and the Dora,
Ooh, speaking of
which might
great
be hard.
draws, there's the red 5 for AI Bully
Yeah.
to fix up that 4-6 Conchon. Red 5, but you can't incorporate it. Do you keep it over the 1 pin here, though? Okay.
They do like the idea of just drawing around it and cutting the 1-3 Sozu, I'm assuming. Try to upgrade from the Kanchan. Ooh,
Anko
that's a
of the
good draw.
9-mon here, yeah.
What will he cut though?
Yeah, just the
Yeah,
dangling
that
5-so here.
was the most logical cut. Especially seeing that the Manzu shape is looking kind of weird. So there is a lot of potential in the in those cases, but they managed to make the 9-so a pair. So that will simplify a lot of the complication. And they Waifus and Syrup drawing the 4-so, upgrading their uh what the 2-so Kanchan into a 2-5-so Ramen. However, this does mean that Waifus and Syrup probably has to discard the red 5 at some point, unless they manage to draw the 6-man.
これどうしないと。
Oh, and Thursday calling into Tenpai right now, waiting on the 4-7 pin
Oh, and there's
for
the
a
7 pin. Oh, no.
Ayanomi.
タイヤ
It's not worth a lot, but it's a dealer repeat.
Just dragging more and more into first here.
Ooh, AI bully with the Anko of reds.
Yeah, the other shapes. A lot of Conchons, but certainly some potential.
Kanchans are not terrible, but they could be better.
Yeah, I mean, with what we've seen thus far, like they'll just draw into each of them. So
Some people
no worries.
just get the best draws.
Going for the seat wind here, probably. Okay.
Yeah, probably gonna go for another quick hand. Maybe get a Dora if they manage to draw the 5-man.
Man, it is Conchon City in Bully's hand here.
When Bigwig drawing the 8-so here, can go for Tanyao, which does mean they can open up if they want to. And they might with those 2 Dora in their hand.
Thursday thinking on this west.
Probably thinking of cutting the 5-so. Oh, this might have been the disconnect.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I'm guessing the other competitors are trying to stall the time a little bit, trying to see if Thursday is coming back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There it is.
And they're back.
Just a brief blip.
Luckily, the West drop was not crucial to their hand, so nothing very important was lost.
Yeah, really just
Thursday,
trying to
however,
race and get this east across the board, but the shapes just aren't really coming together here.
yeah, Thursday dropping the 6-man doesn't like their chances of drawing the Dora apparently. Wife is in syrup, second call, no more Tempai. Probably just trying to pawn either of those tiles in their hand. Ooh, but
Big
big
now,
wig,
Ishan 10.
good draw. Cuts the 9 going for Tanyao.
There's the Chi, Ishan 10.
Everyone's hand quickly speeding up in the final, approaching the final row of discards.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, and there's Tenpai with the 2
Tenpai
pin
Thursday.
1 so Shampon, yeah. And there's the
Ooh.
Shampon 3-5 pin.
Another Shampon across the table. I mean, if we see Bigwig get one of the calls that they need, they will probably also end up in a Shampon way.
Yeah,
Ooh, but there's a
oh, that's
3-pin.
a tough draw.
They, yeah, I
Oh,
wanted to
that's
say
tough.
they will probably just discard it. The Dora were just too tempting.
Yeah, luckily, I mean, you know, you can take a 1300 hit and shrug it off, so. In that
Yeah,
case, the
especially
potential
with the
value versus
dealership
the
coming
deal
up.
in. Yeah. Wow, AI Bully with Red Dragon again.
Yeah, and Bigwig with the South Yakahai. Anko.
Wow, and picks up the
Ooh.
678. This is already looking really strong for AI Bully here.
Currently Ishan 10 waiting on their pair. The wife is in syrup, doing an open con on the 3-man. Opening up their hand, probably confirming themselves for a Chinitsu.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is an awkward Chinitsu as well, because they have a 2-man in their hand. Which is kind of useless, unless they can manage to draw a second one of that.
Yeah, at least the White Dragon draw adds some potential for Honitsu here, but cut once. Okay, well there's the 4, but yeah, about that Kanchan. There's no middle.
Do you chi here and go into Tenpai? They do.
Yeah.
Nanomi. Trying to get that 1500 points.
Okay. AI Bully converting their Tanki Hatsu weight to a 1-4 So weight there. And finds it.
Unfortunate for Thursday, since they were in first place. And it gets stolen away by AI Bully.
And now
However,
we have
this
another South for all last with people under 30k. Yeah, this is tight.
yeah, it's everyone's game at this point.
Waifu's with kind of an interesting hand here. Looks quite close. Ishan 10, but you would really love to draw the 3-pin here. Oh no, it's Nishan 10.
Now it's Ishan 10.
Now it's Ishan 10. Yeah.
However, it's this early in the round that you might think about cutting the 1-2 pin Penchan. However, you don't really have the floaters to do that, I'm guessing. But there is still Sanshoku on the 567.
Yeah, that
Especially
is
with
true.
especially with the Tuso cut. So
For sure, if you draw that 7 mon here, I think you just slam Ricci. Just send it. Or I guess not even, maybe you just Dama it, probably. You're the dealer
Oh.
here.
when did Thursday get that South ankle with 3 Dora in hand? That is spicy.
Yeah, whoa. But also with that 1-2 pin Penchon situation.
リーチ
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but in
Okay.
their case, they can just call. Oh,
ごめんこれが
Oh,
heals in
no.
Ipats into Big Wig.
一発ピンフ
And I think that breaks basically the win condition for both Thursday and Waifus.
And there's West 1.
Back to West 1.
These games are long. It's good to see the tighter competition for sure, but yeah, it's crazy to see how tight things are going into South 4 on so many of these top 32 games.
Ooh, Thursday has a good hand on their hands. Ishanten. No, 2 Shanten. Need a pair. Wait, no, Ishanten. Keep flip-flopping.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
they
always
are
confusing when there
Ishanten
isn't a pair. Yeah.
waiting on their
どう
pair,
し
yeah.
ないと
AI Bully has 4 pairs in their hand right now.
ありがとう
Calls
Okay.
down,
Just gonna call it and
going for the
try and go quick.
Haku Atozuke, or Tanyao even. Either works. Do you take the 8 man and cut the Haku here?
Or do you cut the? Is cutting the Tuso? That doesn't really make any sense.
You don't
Yeah.
cut the
You
Tuso
probably
here,
cut the
no.
Haku. Okay.
Right. You have to take that. If you cut the 5 pin there, yeah. There's no other way around it. Ishanten for AI Bully. Let's see. With Big Wig currently in third, with what looks to be. I still don't understand the UMA score for this tournament. Are we taking 25k or 30k as the end score for UMA calculation? Because it's it's either a -10 for Big Wig or a -5
今日の運はどうだ
if they keep this score in until the end. Claire currently Ricci on the 9 man. Tanki.
Yeah, had Tenpai last turn and then draws the Tuso, and then Tadashi's the existing one for, I guess, a little bit of a sneaky trap. If people try to read like Urasuji around that. Yeah, Bully gravitating closer to Tenpai here with that 7 so
Yeah.
draw, but
Also, that was a spicy discard, but that does
Yeah.
mean that the 9 man is currently Suji. So AI Bully might have cleared the way for this
Oh, yeah.
discard right here.
There it is.
赤ドラ1ドラ1
Ooh. And apparently, despite Thursday's efforts, she will not be able to move on to the next round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just looks like
it is
missing
unfortunate to
qualification
see.
by 6 points.
コーラスだよ
It's tough.
頑張ろうね
Oh,
Yeah, so this game, it sounds like it's Doku and Games of Robo just fighting it out. And really, Games of Robo would love to draw the 7-mon here with this hand. This is a really spicy looking one away, but a 2-5 soul draw. I don't know. Just slam Richi on the 8-mon
ボン
Haku Shanpon. Okay, but there's the call. And now Tenpai for the 2-5 so here.
trying to just abuse the dealer repeats. I respect it.
Yeah, 5 so's are a little bit accounted for here.
ロング
Disregard me.
And Robo takes
Aka-
away points
Akadora
from Doku. So while still quite far away, this does lessen the gap by even a little bit. Oh, interesting hand from Robo.
Yeah, cuts
Keeps
a
the
3
9.
mon there.
Keeps the 9-mon because there is a good chance you
Oh,
can get
man.
Sanshoku on the 7-8-9. Sadly, because of the pair on the 8, so there's no chance of getting Junchan, which would have been nice to see. Oh, also pairs up the 6-pin. And discards the 9, so discarding any potential for Sanchoku.
Okay, now cuts the 9-mon.
Slowly building up their hand. Not that far away. But do need some pretty good draws to complete this hand.
Yeah, and Doku is trying to go fast here with a Chun Tudora hand.
Not exactly sure how many points Doku needs over Games of Robo to qualify. Ooh. This is a very good draw from Games of Robo, though.
Yeah, it's a nice pickup.
If they manage to pair up the 6-man, this is Tanya as well.
Doku now Ishanten. Hoping to find that 6-0. Oh,
Well, Games of
but
Robo is
now
also
looking for the
Ishanten.
6 or the 9-0 here. As well as the 3-6-mon.
Yeah, Doku
So,
just looking to end this game. Oh, but it's
yeah,
Tenpai for Games of Robo.
and that's probably going to be a Chi and a Tenpai here.
ありがとう
And then there is the 6-9 soul weight.
Oh, yeah, you don't
Okay,
drop
hangs on
that.
to it. Oh, and there's another dangerous draw.
Surprisingly, you're not in a bad position if you're Misner here.
Yeah, being able to just call or find that 3-mon for the Sanshoku would be huge. Oh
Oh,
no, but
but
there's the Tumon.
doesn't go for it. Despite the one man not actually looking that bad. It's double one chance and it's twice cut already.
Yeah, but I guess South 4 and you are the point leader here. You're
Oh,
having to just
but
kind of dodge.
Doku
And there's
just
the sumo.
ドラ1
Sumo,
赤ドラ1
and I think that confirms that Doku takes the spot of Games of Robo for the next round.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that looks to be the case.
Okay, so that does mean we have all the scores for the next round, right? Like all the people that qualified. Okay.
Cool. So sounds like we are wrapped up with 32B. Our players are going to be Mister and Doku from Table 1. We have QETC and Watora coming from Table 2. AI Bully and Bigwig on Table 3, as well as Morning and Cress coming out from Table 4. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed that. As always, please consider donating to the Matcherino. It goes directly to the prize pot for the tournament and helps us gauge how much interest they will be in future kind of community events like this. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed everything.
I'll be honest, I'm just kind of surprised that these games were basically on the nose the entire time. Basically an hour apiece.
Yeah,
So
a
we're
couple West
pretty,
extensions, but we're
yeah,
getting
they
here
all
9
felt quite
minutes
long.
early, so
They all felt quite long, despite being them just completely fine. Yeah, and I hope we will see some very good games from the top 16, which will be in, which is it, an hour, right? Yeah, an hour and 9 minutes. So everyone taking a good break in the meantime. 6 hours of mahjong can really drain your mind. So I hope they just take their mind off mahjong at the moment. And I wish all of them the best of luck. And hopefully we'll see some good games out of the top 16 as well.
yeah, it's been phenomenal mahjong thus far, and with each bracket change, it's only gotten scarier. So it's been very exciting to play in, and now I'm really glad I just get to kind of sit on my lapels and sort of watch players that are much better than I am. So
Yeah, and I think that's it for the both of us. And I hope I think I can finally go to bed.